back to Reactor, fresh out of the trash compactor. You all know me by now. It's your favorite England-born, somewhat Australian-sounded Reactor. He's a big boss like Rick Ross. He goes harder than Slipknot. He's in permanent beast mode without even applying the cheat code, baby. He's so crazy. Man, we're about to get into some more of this One Direction vibe, man. We're about to specifically get into a particular 1D member. We got the Bradford bad boy, ZAYN. We're about to get into 14 times ZAYN Malik's vocals had me shook. Like me, specifically. Like this video was made because of me. No, it wasn't. But somebody did ask for this. Let me not forget that. That was Lisbeth Valencia asked me to react to this. So Lisbeth, shout out to you. I'm just going to call you Dizzy Lizzy because that's the name I gave you. That's how it is. I'm acting Reactor. You got Dizzy Lizzy. You can't get out of it. Just how it is. So we're going to get into 14 times ZAYN Malik's vocals had me shook, or had us shook, as we'll correspond together. And this looks like it's going to be fun because it's like a 7.5 minute video. And I've only actually reacted to Pillow Talk. And I'm trying to... I realized I'd heard Pillow Talk already. But I just heard it in the background, like on the radio or maybe in a Spotify playlist. And knowing me, that's probably what happened, right? And I'm trying to think if I have actually heard anything else with ZAYN on it. And I don't think so. But it will be interesting to see, number one, if I'm familiar with anything here. Number two, if I'm not. What a great way to get a taste of ZAYN, right? So we're going to get straight into it. I'm Mac the Reactor. Going to put some mac on this cheese. Let's have some fun. I don't know why I did that with my voice, but whatever. See how they just played that for 3 seconds, and I thought I was listening to like a rock demon for a moment. Like, you know what I'm talking about, right? Like one of them like Steve Tyler and Aerosmith or something, just going up into that ridiculously high. He doesn't do it all the time, but when he does, oh my lord. Look at Louis right there. Look at Louis. Is he gonna eat that microphone? Yo didn't tell me this was gonna be a video of people eating microphones. Okay, maybe not. That was a bit more of a like R&B soulful kind of ZAYN. Okay, so I'm going to get some different waves of ZAYN on this. Okay. You know he's really hit a note when like even Liam Payne's like time for me to go back in the rehearsal room and just rethink everything, you know what I mean? Like that happens to me, man. Like you'll probably don't know, like I'm a rapper outside here and I promise I'll share like more of myself eventually. But like I'll hear like a rapper just do a verse and I'll be like, oh, I think I'm done, man. I think I'm done. That's how I would be as a singer if I see somebody hit a note like that. And I'm just on stage, and I know I can hit notes, but not like that, and I would be like... That's why I couldn't be in a room with Ariana Grande. Not when she's singing. Not when she's singing. When she's changing. Well, that's a very male thing to say. I'm sorry. This guy's ridiculous. Let me sip some water real quick. You didn't tell me it was going to be like that. None of you did. None of you did. So he just does that all the time, huh? Like it's going to get to a point where this won't even be surprising me anymore. I'm going to hear ZAYN do that so much that when he does it, I'm going to be like, yeah, that's ZAYN. Just what he does. You know.
Girl, what would you do? Would you want to stay? If I were to say, I want to be loved. Your love feels good.
I need to hug myself.
It's you.
okay, you'll know when I first heard him getting into that octave, it was a bit of a shock to me, but now I'm noticing he can actually be a little bit slick with that too. Okay. Alright, Zayn.
It's you. Because I just can't face it.
Wow.
It's you.
That's not easy to do.
I don't know why.
I can see why he has loyal Zayn fans. Whoa! Calm down. He just became like a Robbie Williams or somebody like that just for a moment. This is starting to get ridiculous. Now, for a moment there, he sounded like a bird. I'm not going to lie. For a moment there, like, if you ever heard a baby emu calling out for its mother? That's what he did at the end just there. You've been to Australia, haven't you, Zayn? I know you have. You've been around some baby emus. I know it. I knew it. I knew it the moment I looked at you. I could tell. That was just nice. Just nice, you know? It's...
This time I'm ready to run. I'll give everything that I got for your love.
I don't think my face is going to be able to change this whole reaction. I'm either screwing my face or my jaw is dropping. It's just... I'm going to go and have like some sort of surgery after this. This is crazy. I like Zayn's books too. Have not heard that song, by the way.
You won't love you like I do.
Ooh.
Won't love you like I would. He don't. He won't love you like I would.
Alright, that last part right there was like a mix between like take an old school soul singer like Marvin Gaye, mix it with some Joan Jett, you know, with some power behind that vocal like that, and then mix that with some Justin Timberlake where it's a little bit slick, concoct it, stir it around, and then boom, that's what you had just there. Man, Zayn, what are you doing, bro? It's not normal. They even knew it. They knew it was coming. Like Liam and Nia, they were there holding their microphones, like pointing to him, like they knew it was coming, man, because they probably rehearsed with this man, and they're like, listen, this is the part where we need to shut up. Jesus, Zayn.
I've never had the words to say, but now I'm asking you to stay for a little while inside my arms. And as you close your eyes tonight, I pray that you will see the light that's shining from the stars.
See the way he went up and brought it down? You know what I like about a vocal like that when it's like live acoustic like this is you don't have a, you'll have heard me probably say this a million times now, but there's not so much like noise going on in the background. You know, it's not like all distorted by like heavy bass and drum and everything like that. So it's stripped down a little bit. Then you get to really hear the vocal. Something about that I like, man. Like, you'll need to realize I'm a big fan of, you know, many different types of music, but there's this appreciation for, I'm just a big fan of vocal, man. Like, vocal and lyricism, I'm a big fan of, which is strange to say, right? Because music is really the power that drives it. But I'm the kind of guy that I could just cut the music off Let me hear a really, really good vocal and some lyric. And I can go to a different place, man. Now, music can do that to me, too. Oh, believe me, it can. But I'm like a vocal lyricist guy, too, you know?
'Cause I can love you more than
When the
this,
days
yeah.
are down, I might just die inside. It just won't feel right.
Clean.
'Cause I can love you more than this, yeah.
When you lay me
Ridiculous.
down, I might just die inside. It just won't.
That's
And I say, hey, I've been watching you all night. Come on, and dance with me, baby, yeah. The music is so loud. I wanna be yours now. So come on, and dance with me, baby.
What made that special is that his voice came through so powerful there that he's singing in unison with the 4 other members, but his voice is still getting a shine. That's not easy, man. I mean, because Harry's not a slouch. Louis is the guy that's claimed the tone throne, you know what I'm saying? I haven't heard Liam individually as much as I've heard the others, but I know he's got a good voice, especially on choruses. And Niall, like, I've heard Niall do covers, and Niall live is crazy. But, like, listen to what... ZAYN is, admittedly, at this point, the guy... Like, I need to know a bit more about Liam, but ZAYN is the guy that I really, really haven't known much about before this video. That's why this video... And you recommended this, you see? Like, this is something I would think about for myself, to get myself familiar with ZAYN, but y'all thought of this one. You know? Specifically, I'll tell you who thought of this one. Specifically, you'll know who it was. It was Elizabeth Valencia. I hope I said that correctly. You did a good job. You did me good here.
Feeling it right now. I wish you were here with me. Couldn't try now. Everything is new with me.
That would sound so good recorded.
You know I can't fight the feeling. Everything I'm feeling right now. I wish you were here with me.
You know, I'm starting to realize I'm becoming desensitized to ZAYN doing that now because I've heard him get in that octave so many times on this video. You'll saw how shocked I was probably the first 3 or 4 times I heard it. But I feel like even I'm adjusting to it now to the point where it's just what I said earlier in this video. It's like, yeah, that's ZAYN. Makes sense. But that recorded right there, that recorded. I mean, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's from a recorded song. But that would sound great. Look, yeah, they're amazed too. ZAYN, you went and did it, my guy. Look at that. It says #1 right there. You might be. You might be. Okay? I've heard Ariana do some of that real high octave vocal, right? And she's a master at it. Like especially with that female voice, she's a master at it, man. Like the only person that I really saw it take it to Ariana Grande's level pre-Ariana Grande was Mariah Carey, to be completely honest with you. And sadly, I'm not that big a fan of her music. Huge fan of her vocal. Just stylistically, she doesn't make music that I gravitate to. Ariana does. But ZAYN's doing like some of that, you know, with a very male voice. He's doing like a very male version of that, and that's crazy to me. Y'all, I'm a little shook. I'm a little shook. Okay, I'll say it multiple times in that video, and I'm coming down from some of it. It's crazy. ZAYN man, I get it, and I get why there's a big drive behind like very strict ZAYN fans. You know what I'm saying? Like the possibly were 1D fans beforehand, but I can tell that ZAYN has very powerful ZAYN fans. Like they'll probably listen to ZAYN over anybody but I get it now. That's the difference now, is I get it. That was great, man. I'm back to React. I need to go take a cold shower or something, man. That was crazy. Y'all have a good day. Yeah, I need to just, I'm gonna go call my mother or something. I don't know. I'm out of here.
When I recorded Infinite, that, you know, backpacking, ciphering, underground hip-hop was in, and it was just like, you know, you metaphysical, alphabetical, numerical, lyrical, metaphorical, historical, where it was just rhyming big words. And I listened to the tape, kind of listening like, I was rhyming some big words, and I think it was obvious that I could rhyme, but I wasn't really saying anything. You know what I mean? Didn't give a fuck anymore. I didn't care. I just was like, I was fed up with so much shit. I knew I had a baby on the way that you know, before she was born and once she was born, I couldn't afford to buy her diapers. I couldn't afford to do anything. I lost my job. I was working different jobs, temporary service, all kinds of jobs just to try to make ends meet. Didn't have anything, you know.